doing too much. I swear that these niggas, they be doing too much. I ain't got it.
What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to Mariachi TV, man. Today, we got New York drill. Fall of the Choos from the Hip Hop Daily YouTube channel, man. I listened a couple of weeks back. We did a reaction to the 22 G's. I believe it was the King of Brooklyn video that Hip Hop Daily did. And in that video, I said, you know, the Choos were the most hated in the city. When you think about it, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the Woos actually are bigger in numbers. I don't know. Y'all correct me in the comments if I'm wrong on that. But when you have Bloods and Crips teaming up to go against y'all, man, come on now. Y'all gotta be the most hated. So we gonna see what this video all about, man. Let's not waste no time. Let's get it.
Been a heated battle in Brooklyn over the past few years between the Woos and the Choos. Early on, the two groups was evenly matched in the music industry, with artists like 22 G's, Nick Blicky, and Coach the Ghost representing the Choos.
I saw some crazy shit. That not Nick Blicky, that Coach the Ghost just got arrested. That Coach the Ghost got arrested for murder or something. Like, that's some crazy shit that I seen.
With artists like 22 G's, Nick Blicky, and Coach the Ghost representing the Choos. But beefs, murders, and gang indictments hurt the group's position in the music industry. Let's take a closer look at the fall of the Choos. The war between the Woos and the Choos has been active for over a decade. The Woos were originally called Wave Gang and were made up of different allied Blood and Crip sets based in Brownsville. The Choos originally went by the Hood Stars and was made up of GDs from the Ebbets Field houses in Brooklyn, as well as other gangs they were cool with. In 2012, a major gang indictment called Operation Tidal brought down 43 members of both the Wave Gang and the Hood Stars, who were accused of crimes ranging from shootings to grand larceny. There were allegations of snitching on both sides, and ever since then, the two groups have had problems.
Oh, no.
After the indictment, the Wave Gang reformed under the Woo umbrella.
Think about it though, if you arresting 40 niggas, you think not one gon' squeal? Come on now. That's how they be getting a lot of this shit. All it take is one nigga to tell them everything for a lighter sentence.
Then, the two groups have had problems. After the indictment, the Wave Gang reformed under the Woo umbrella, and the Hood Stars formed the Choos. These two groups have been in a violent war that has terrorized the streets of Brooklyn ever since. The first GD rapper to start popping was 22 G's. 22 G's is from East New York, Brooklyn, and started gaining a buzz in 2016 with tracks like Blicky and Suburban. He started building a following on YouTube with his music videos racking up millions of views. He was one of the first rappers to use UK beats, and many consider him as one of the early pioneers of the Brooklyn drill sound.
Let's keep it a buck. 22 G's, yeah. I think he started that. Personally, for me, like before 22 G's, I didn't really hear anybody using like those UK sounds. He was the one that started that, man. For real.
He was one of the first rappers to use UK beats, and many consider him as one of the early pioneers of the Brooklyn drill sound.
Definitely.
22 G's formed a group called the Blicky Gang, which featured other rappers like Nick Blicky and Nas Blicky. 22 G's was the star of the group, but together, they all helped shape the early Brooklyn drill movement. Then, just when the Blicky Gang started gaining momentum, 22 G's got in a wild road rage incident that almost ended his career before it really began. The rapper was in Miami for a show when the driver of the car he was in got into an altercation over a parking spot.
That was crazy. The
driver tried to pull him to a space that was too small and ended up hitting the car in the next spot. The owner of that car and another man saw it happen and confronted them. At one point, the driver pulled out a gun, shooting both men before fleeing. This led to a high-speed chase with police, which resulted in the driver getting killed. 22 G's was in the car the whole time and got arrested for the murder after one of the victims died. He was later cleared of all charges once it was proven that the driver of the car was the one who fired the shots. But 22 G's...
You can't tell me that ain't luck. You cannot tell me that that's not luck, that God was not on his side. You can't say God wasn't on his side that night because, listen, his shit, he would have been done. He would have been done.
Cleared of all charges once it was proven that the driver of the car was the one who fired the shots. But 22 G's still spent the next few months behind bars fighting the case. So, while the leader of the Blicky Gang was locked up, his homie Nick Blicky stepped up to the plate and started rapping to maintain their buzz in the streets. Nick Blicky had been secretly making music before, but never dropped anything. So, 22 G's getting locked up was the perfect moment for Nick to make his debut as a rapper. Once 22 G's got out, the Blicky Gang continued to dominate the New York drill scene. 22 G's and Nick Blicky collabed for the track Jet Li, which quickly racked up over 1 million plays. Nas Blicky and Breezy Blicky were also putting out music and doing decent numbers. So, for a minute, it seemed like the GDs had the Brooklyn drill sound on lock. But all that changed in 2019 when Pop Smoke set off the Brooklyn drill sound with tracks like Dior and Welcome to the Party. Even though many credit 22 G's for pioneering the sound, it was Pop Smoke who really took it to the next level and attracted mainstream attention.
And I was just about to say that. Yeah, Nick, Why do I keep saying Nick Blicky? R.I.P. Nick Blicky. Yeah, 22 G's was one of the first to really do it, but Pop Smoke was the one that, like he said, got it industry attention. Nicki Minaj, everybody wanted to remix the Brooklyn songs then when Pop Smoke was doing it.
For pioneering the sound, it was Pop Smoke who really took it to the next level and attracted mainstream attention. But Pop was from the Wolves and often made references to the gang in his music, including the title of his debut mixtape, Meet the Woo. So now there was competition over which gang would dominate the Brooklyn drill scene, the Wolves or the Choos. 2019 was Pop Smoke's year, so for a while, it seemed like the Wolves had the upper hand. Plus, after Pop blew up, other Wu rappers began building a buzz, including Fivio Foreign and Sosa Geek. Other rappers like Chef G and Sleepy Hollow also started gaining attention. They're not technically part of the Wu, but they're Crips who also beef with 22 G's and the Blicky gang. So, this applied more pressure to the gang now that the ops is blowing up. Then, in February 2020, Pop Smoke was killed while staying out in LA. At first, rumors circulated that his murder may have been due to his gang affiliations, but it was later revealed that he was actually killed during a robbery attempt gone wrong.
I heard he was killed, and the crazy thing is, Pop, you know, he was affiliated with the Crips. And the thing is that the people that ran into the crib, I think, were Crips. They were LA Crips. And that's just, it's crazy. It's crazy, man. What we do to each other, man. That shit crazy. Jealousy is a motherfucker.
Blicky gang. So, this applied more pressure to the gang now that the ops is blowing up. Then, in February 2020, Pop Smoke was killed while staying out in LA. At first, rumors circulated that his murder may have been due to his gang affiliations, but it was later revealed that he was actually killed during a robbery attempt gone wrong. Pop's death left a major hole in the Brooklyn drill scene. He took the sound to a national level, only to be killed before he could reach his full potential. It was a big loss for NYC hip-hop, and for a while, it seemed like Brooklyn drill would never be the same. Just a few months after Pop Smoke was killed, tragedy also hit the Blicky gang. In May 2020, NYPD found Nick Blicky unconscious and unresponsive with a gunshot wound to the torso and butt on Winthrop Street in Brooklyn. Initially, footage leaked to the internet showing police standing over his body, leading many to assume that he was killed in an incident of police brutality. But come to find out, Nick was actually killed by someone he knew. Police uncovered surveillance footage from outside a nearby deli, which showed Nick dapping up his killer just before being shot. They used the footage to identify a suspect.
Ain't no way. I did not know he was killed and they backdoored him like that. Imagine that shit. You dap up a nigga and the nigga turn around and kill you.
Which showed Nick dapping up his killer just before being shot. They used the footage to identify a suspect named Khalif Gleen, who had previously served time for attempted murder. The footage also showed that Gleen was rocking a blue bandana at the time of the shooting, leading police to believe that Nick's gang affiliations may have led to his death. The exact motive behind the murder is still unclear, but police revealed that it was likely payback for the Blicky gang dissing Pop Smoke after his passing. Both Breezy and Nas Blicky 10 shots on social.
And the crazy thing is, like, he probably wasn't even cool with the dude. He probably came up to him on some fan shit like, hey, Nick Blicky, let me get a pic real quick. Yeah, love. Just to do that shit to him. That's crazy. This is why you gotta stay dangerous nowadays, man.
May have led to his death. The exact motive behind the murder is still unclear, but police revealed that it was likely payback for the Blicky gang dissing Pop Smoke after his passing. Both Breezy and Nas Blicky 10 shots on social media after Pop's murder. So, police believe that Nick's death was retaliation for the disrespect. Nick Blicky's murder was a major L for the GDs. He was starting to build a major buzz with the song Drive the Boat and was working on his debut album at the time of his death. To make matters worse, a beef formed between two Cho-affiliated rappers, Kane and Coach the Ghost, which caused internal tension in the gang. Coach the Ghost is a rapper from Brownsville who was part of the Choos back when it was known as the Hood Stars.
Coach the Ghost, that nigga is pressure, dog. We checked him out a couple times.
Coach the Ghost is a rapper from Brownsville who was part of the Choos back when it was known as the Hood Stars. He was one of the gang's members who got arrested as part of Operation Tidal Wave. He did 7 years, but kept it solid and never snitched on anybody. So, he earned a lot of respect in the gang. He started building a buzz with tracks like Goey Sauce and Hit List. Hit List gained a lot of attention in the city because it featured disses aimed at Pop Smoke and Fivio Foreign. It even attracted the attention of Gucci Mane, who wanted to sign Coach to his new 1017 roster. But that never happened, possibly because of the Pop Smoke diss. Kane is another GD rapper who's collaborated with two.
Another example of how the industry is, man. You know, and people be thinking I be joking when I say the industry, they don't like getting on certain people's bad side. Now, rest up to Pop Smoke, rest up to Nick Blicky. But look at it like this. Let's say one of the Blicky gang people or one of the Choos got killed. and let's say Favi was dissing them, like name dropping them in songs, dissing them, Gucci would probably still sign Favi just because they already had that industry support. That's why I feel like the Choos the most hated. Like, come on now. If it was the other way around, Gucci probably would have still signed them. The industry, I can't explain it. The industry just worked like that. I guess it just worked like that, man. But because, you know, they already a hated gang in the city, and then you add on the diss of, you know, dissing somebody that was really beloved in the industry like Pop Smoke, then, you know, Gucci probably was like, man, let me just stay away from this. Let me stay away from this, man, because, you know, y'all know how it is. I honestly can't explain it though. I really can't.
Gucci Mane, who wanted to sign Coach to his new 1017 roster, but that never happened, possibly because of the Pop Smoke diss. Envy Kane is another GD rapper who's collaborated with 22 G's and Coach the Ghost on tracks like Wu K and Revenge. But eventually, they would all fall out, which led to Coach the Ghost kicking Envy Kane out of the Choos. Coach went on IG Live and announced that Envy Kane was no longer folk and that they cut all ties with him. It's not clear exactly what caused the split, but it's rumored that Envy Kane was starting problems with some GDs down in Atlanta. He was making the crew look bad, so Coach decided to cut him off to save face. Envy Kane responded by telling Coach to come find him outside if he has problems. He would also say
that internal shit. That be the first piece to fuck everything up. All it take is two niggas in the gang to get into it with each other. And y'all now imagine how y'all look to y'all ops. Y'all in there threatening each other, trying to fight each other. Come find me. Imagine how y'all making y'allself look to y'all ops, man. That's all it take, man. It shows all the cracks in the game.
Envy Kane responded by telling Coach to come find him outside if he has problems. He would also send shots at 22 G's, claiming Chef G had run him out of the city.
Wow.
So instead of coming together to take over the rap game, the Choos would be dissing each other and creating internal beef. Not long after making his debut as a rapper, Coach the Ghost got arrested for a parole violation. The rapper had been on the run from his parole office for over 3 years. The whole time he was dropping songs, he was wanted by the police.
Word?
This may have contributed to him being dropped by 1017 because he couldn't do any shows or really move around properly as an artist while on the run. The final blow to the GDs came in August 2020 when 9 members of the gang were arrested for trafficking guns from Georgia to New York. The guns were purchased legally in Georgia, but then brought to New York illegally in rental cars or Greyhound buses. Many of the guns would be sold to felons and gang members who couldn't purchase them legally. Police learned about the gun trafficking ring after catching the straw purchaser, or the person who was buying the guns legally, and flipping them on the black market. Devon Wilson, the buyer, then selling them to members of the Blicky gang who helped smuggle them into New York. Wilson agreed to testify against his business partners, and a total of 8 men and 1 woman were arrested in the indictment.
Wow.
Some of the GDs arrested were also rappers, and police were able to match some of the stolen guns to those using their music videos. Some of these stolen guns were using videos for songs like Guns in the Booth and Word to Folk by Saint Laurent South.
Guns in the Booth. Niggas, you smuggle guns in. Let's see. What should we name the song? Guns in the Booth. I'm sorry, but these niggas be making it too easy, man. They make it too easy. It's fucked up. It's fucked up when niggas be testifying against you, though. Niggas that you do business with testify with you, though. Testify against you, I mean. These niggas named it Guns in the Booth. I'm sorry, but dog, come on, man.
Business partners, and a total of 8 men and 1 woman.
Come on. This like some real life Grand Theft Auto story mode mission shit.
Women were arrested in the indictment.
For real.
Some of the GDs arrested were also rappers, and police were able to match some of the stolen guns to those using their music videos. Some of these stolen guns were using videos for songs like Guns in the Booth and Word to Folk by Saint Laurent South and Tay 627. This only provided more evidence that these rappers were involved in a huge interstate gun trafficking ring. The police were able to tie Wilson to the purchase of over 87 guns.
80.
At least one of the weapons, a .22 pistol, was used to fire shots at a police officer in the Bronx. 4 others have been seized by police the past month while they were searching the home of a man suspected of a murder in Brooklyn. NYC's been cracking down on guns over the past year.
NYC
a spike in crime over the coronavirus pandemic has led to a major increase in gun violence. So, the feds have responded by doing whatever it takes to get the guns off the streets. An investigation into how the guns were making their way into the city led them right to the GDs. So now it seems like 22 G's is the only popular Cho rapper left on the streets. He's continued to grind and dropped his third official mixtape, The Blicky Tape, in March 2021, which peaked at number 20 on Billboard. He continues to receive credit as one of the early pioneers of Brooklyn drill and still has a dedicated fan base. But it seems like the GDs have lost a lot of momentum in the rap game compared to when he first entered the industry.
And the thing with 22 G's, he'll give credit where credit is due. You know, he ain't gonna be out here just because somebody is affiliated with something else. He ain't gonna be like, oh, fuck that nigga, you know, fuck them. But he'll give credit. Like, he'll co-sign niggas for real, like, on some real shit, though. But, you know, looking at the war with the Choos and the Woos, honestly, you look at that and you gotta think just how influential music is on a lot of these street tensions. It used to be about drugs. Now music, shit, niggas be dying behind music. Smuggling guns in just to put in music videos. Shooting at officers with these guns that you used from Georgia that were in music videos. That, like, it's just, music has so much of a big influence now in the culture, in this culture especially, man. New York Drill, Fall of the Choos from Hip Hop Daily. Link down below in the description for y'all to check it out in its entirety, uninterrupted. Y'all new to the channel, y'all rock with me, want daily reaction videos, man. Hit that subscribe button, follow me to the next video. I'll see y'all then. Thank you for watching Maniachi TV. I'm out.
I ain't gotta do too much. I swear that these niggas, they be doing too much. I ain't gotta